think that Hilda Doolittle's poetry is visual in nature because she uses symbolism to convey meaning, so it's very easy to apply her work to my paintings. Hilda Doolittle saw love as a form of soul-making, and when you allow yourself to feel all the complexities and the unrational aspects of love, you know that you are into the depths of the unconscious, and on that level there is great transformation that is happening. I have a deeper understanding of my own complex nature by reading her poetry. My mouth is wet with your life, my eyes blinded with your face, a heart itself which feels the intimate music. My mind is caught, dim with it. Where is love taking us? My lips are wet with your life.
For someone who's looking to purchase work that has a meaningful literary context, these would be very appropriate pieces for someone's collection, and whether or not they're familiar with the context of the poem that these pieces are based on, just the one line of text is something that people can read and make their own meaning from.
As I walk around and I see the titles of them, I imagine it to be about a betrayal. A woman is betrayed, and because of that hurt, it's almost like you can appreciate how wonderful love can be after you've felt the pain of it.
Painting should be seen, not read. And so I kind of ignore if there is any text at first or even the name of the painting. But these give a nice feeling of serenity, very, very relaxing. They're very calm.
Hilda Doolittle's poetry, I don't know it very well, but from what I've read, it can be quite angry about love, and I think she's working through something, and I think in some ways this art for the artist is a means of working through something.
The poets of the Imagist movement used Greek mythology in order to mask covert messages that often applied to more personal experiences. And with all my work, that is true as well. Everything that I create, I've experienced. And with Eros, I've certainly encountered all those emotions with my romantic life. When I do paint these feelings, it can be cathartic in nature for me. And sometimes it takes me to a greater level of understanding, and in that way it can be very healing. I cried, I must perish. I am deserted in this darkness, an outcast, desperate. Such fire rent me with Hesperus. Then the day broke. I read several books at once, and when I paint, I often will draw from those sources. Of all the books on my bookshelf, the one that has had the most impact on me is Psychology and Alchemy by Carl Jung. The collective unconscious, the connection between the anima and the animus, and the mandala and the wholeness of society. It all comes from his work, as well as the use of dream work in my work. Painting and writing for me work in tandem, so I will approach a painting from a very from a gut level. I'll just approach it and paint it without really thinking about what I'm going to paint, and then I will write about it. But it may be months later that I will fully understand what I've produced. Well, definitely, I think that the divine feminine is an important part of me and my personal spirituality, and also my work. I think what had happened many, many years ago, and the Haile deals with this, is that there was a split between the male and the female, and there was an imbalance that came about. And we divided the spiritual and the sexual. We had good and we had evil. We had the underworld, the top world. And that is all part of who we are if we embrace all of it and we become whole instead of becoming perfect.
The paintings kind of give like a passion with the women and the clouds, you know, like almost like a dream quality, and then the smaller image of the fruit or the vegetable or even the egg, you know, they represent womanhood in a way.
I thought that the text was quite dark, and but then I realized that she was balancing the darkness with lightness in the paintings. Like over here, I thought myself frail, and the rose as an image is really interesting because it looks frail, but it isn't.
Well, I think we've all been betrayed in love, so it's a theme that anybody who has been in love, you know, if it's been returned or not, can relate to. Possibly because I'm sort of an older female rather than someone in my 20s, so that I can look back and see that yes, it does heal, and you do break through, and you do go on.
I think love is incredibly important in our lives. But I think that if we are going to approach love, we need to approach it in a free fashion and allow ourselves to dive into it and experience it to its depths and its heights. I would like to think that I will always live passionately because there's so much life to eat. In the poem she says, my lips are wet with your life. And I think that is the most wonderful way to approach life and love, because it makes us feel alive and vital.